Hey everyone, my name is Southie, and in today's video I'll be talking about everything that we have learned from the This is Battlefield 5 trailer. I know I'm doing this video pretty late, but I couldn't record for a couple of weeks just to not having a computer for some time. However, since I have my new PC now, I can start recording more often. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video nevertheless, and let's get right into it. First up, Grand Operations. This is an upgrade to Battlefield 1's operations, a powerful narrative experience into a combination of maps and modes, representing up to 4 days worth of missions, where each day's result affect the conditions of the next. Then we have the multiplayer modes. There are 8 of them in total at launch. This includes Grand Operations, which is a separate mode. We have Conquest, as well as Conquest Assault, Frontlines, Domination, Team Deathmatch, Airborne, and Breakthrough, which is pretty much a standard version of Operations, and Final Stand. Rush won't be included at the launch, however it has been confirmed earlier to come post-launch. We also have 2 separate modes. One of them is Battle Royale called Firestorm, and will be available post-launch within the Tides of War Live service. It will include the largest Battlefield map, which supports 64 players. It includes both infantry and vehicles, and squad play is really important. The other mode is the Co-op Combined Arms, which will unfortunately also be available post-launch, and it will support up to 4 players. You can play it to warm up before a multiplayer match. You'll be fighting against AI bots with 3 other people, and will continually have expanded missions, challenges and gear. In this trailer we also had a chance to get some details on the 8 multiplayer maps that will be available at launch of the game. We have Navik, set during the German occupation of Norway, and Fjell 652. Both of the maps reflect the invasion of the Scandinavian land early in the war. Then we have Rotterdam, set during the German invasion of Rotterdam, which is also early in the war, and Devastation, which is the aftermath of the bombardment and the battle on the streets. Hamada and Aerodrome are the pair of North African maps set in 1942, with a large focus on vehicle combat as well as parts for infantry. And lastly, there's also Arras and Twisted Steel, which are the 2 French maps of the base game. Twisted Steel also includes the biggest structure ever made in a Battlefield game, and both maps were showcased in the trailer as well as the previously mentioned ones. New gameplay innovations have also been explained. Some of them we know and some don't, but ones we do know have been explained in more details. First, there's attrition, where you must rely on squad and strategic depots to refuel limited supplies. A new squad camera will help you choose the best teammate to jump into the battle with when respawning. The 4 iconic classes of Recon, Assault, Medic and Support are redefined with combat roles. Playing the objective can help you rank up and gain points to call in reinforcements, which can either be a supply drop, including health and ammo, resupply, or a V1 rocket. Movement has also been changed for jumping, sliding, leaping, and vaulting. Gunplay had a lot of improvements, such as updated visual feedback from weapons and predictable recoil patterns, but I'll be most likely making a video on Battlefield 5's gunplay in a separate video. Destruction of Battlefield series in a better way than before, and this was asked a lot by the community. Destruction in Battlefield 1 was pretty weak, so DICE has addressed that. Lastly, there's fortifications which you can build. They provide cover at certain areas of the map, and you can either build new ones or rebuild the ones that have been destroyed. Every class has a toolbox to build fortifications. However, support class can do it faster, and it can also attach machine guns to the sandbags. The trailer also provided a roundup of things we already know, and that is the company. The more you do on the battlefield, the more you will earn. Unlock new abilities and customization options that will help calibrate your ability to maneuver, exploit, and turn the ever-changing battlefield in your favor. Represent your company with cosmetic choices for your soldiers and weapons. The company is a collection of soldiers, vehicles, and weapons. However, visual customization will arrive after launch. Something new we found out in the trailer are the war stories that will come to Battlefield 5. At launch, we will have 3 war stories alongside a prologue, making it 4. During the Tides of War Live servers, we should receive 1 more war story, making it 5 in total. The prologue is an intense introduction to the world of Battlefield 5. We already know about Nordlies, in which the story involves a young resistance fighter who carries a weight greater than her weapons and ammo. Her story centers on not only the fight for her country's liberation from occupying forces, but her family's survival. Then there's Under No Flag, tasked with blowing up German air bases in the scorched North African desert. A young British criminal with poor judgment causes mayhem, but learns valuable lessons. The third war story, which I can't pronounce sadly, will show up on the screen and is all about high intensity all-out infantry warfare, where Senegalese units of the French colonial forces fight to liberate the French homeland that they've never seen before. Lastly, The Last Tiger arriving post-launch. The German army descends into chaos. A lone Tiger tank crew begins to question the ideology that got them to this point. These are all the new war stories that we know about, and who knows, there might be more war stories as a part of Tides of War live service. However, in total, there's 4 war stories alongside a prologue, which make it 5, and one of them is coming post-launch. Lastly, we got some information on Tides of War. The first chapter will be Fall of Europe 1940, and it will come soon after launch, most likely in November, I'd say personally. It will be filled with events and new content daily and weekly. In early 2019, we'll get to see Chapter 2 of Tides of War live service. It will see the resistance rise up to take on the Axis threat and debut of a new location in Greece. Then in future we'll get to see more chapters of World War II, and I believe there will be about 5 in total. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then remember to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content. But apart from that, thanks for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you all on the battlefield.